Right, welcome back. This is the second in a series of videos around the elimination method. So today, slightly different video. So I'm going to be doing this question here, and then you'll see underneath we have a paired problem. So what I'm going to do is do the video, and then once you've seen the example, I want you to pause it, and then I want you to see if you can do the paired problem underneath here. I'm going to do it, so that's why you need to pause the video, because I'll be straight into it. Okay, so we have a look at this, remembering from last time that elimination requires us to get rid of one of these letters. And in this case, if we look at this question, I can't get rid of x because I've got a 3x and a 5x. And here I've got a 2y and a 2y. So I can get rid of the y's because they have the same number, but I cannot get rid of the x's because no matter how much I take them or plus them together, I'll never actually manage to get rid of them. So what I need to do here is decide now. I know I'm going to get rid of y, but I need to decide how I'm going to get rid of it. So I'm either going to be putting a plus or a minus down here. Now, if I'm trying to get rid of y, I'm going to look at both possibilities, and I'm going to do it just over here. So remembering this is positive 2y, and then if I add another positive 2y, I want to get 0 here. This is the answer. I'm going to put it in now because I'm that confident that I want to get it. So if I look at this, this isn't going to work because I'll be facing the positive direction, walk 2 y's, continue to face the positive direction and walk forward. So this is actually going to get me to 4y, and that's not what I want. So I now know that I'm not going to be adding. I'm actually going to be taking these two equations away from each other because 2y take positive 2y does give me 0. So remember, this says face the positive direction, walk 2y, and this says face the negative direction and walk forward. So I'm still walking in that negative direction. So one way that we can actually fix this is to realise that, and I'll show you what I mean on the number line here, that this says that we are facing this way, and this says to walk forward. So we are actually moving in that direction. So I'm going to change it to that. Now, it's not that a positive and a negative make that. It's actually the way you're facing the number line and the way that you're walking that actually makes this relationship. Okay, so it's 3x's take away 5x's, which is going to end up with negative 2x's. And then 13 take away 23. So 13 take away 23 is going to give me negative 10. Now, I'm going to, of course, have to divide this. I'm just going to write it a little bit neater down here. I'm going to divide this by negative 2 because we need to remember, of course, that there's a times between that x. And if we want to get rid of the 2, or negative 2 in this case, we need to do the opposite, which is to divide. So they will cancel out. So negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. 1 times x, of course, gives us x. Negative 10 divided by negative 2, well, the negative and the negative are going to give us a positive, and 10 divided by 2 gives us the answer of x being equal to 5. And I need to be a little bit careful because I'm not giving myself a lot of room here, am I? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call these equation 1 and equation 2. I'm going to substitute my value for x into one of these equations. Now I'm going to pick the top one, not for any particular reason, but just because it's there. And this is going to be 3 lots of x. Well, if x is 5, I'm going to have to go over here, sorry guys. This is going to be 3 lots of x plus 2y is equal to 13. And I know that x is 5, so it's going to be 3 lots of 5 plus 2y is equal to 13. So 15 plus 2y is equal to 13, and now I've got to solve. Well, I'm going to move the 15, or I'm going to get rid of the 15 first. It's positive 15, so I'm going to do the opposite. They will cancel out, and I'll be left with 2y, and 13 take 15 is negative 2, and once again, we divide through by 2, y being equal to negative 1. So therefore, this is a terrible thing too, I've run myself a little bit out of room. They will meet at 5 dash negative 1. Sorry about that, ran myself a little bit out of room. That's okay. So, now that you've seen that, what I want you to do is have a look at this paired problem that we have underneath. So this one here. And I want you to pause the video now and I want you to see if you can do it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the solution now. So pause if you want to give it a go yourself or watch me do it one more time. So 4y take away 4y will give me 0. 13 take away 10 will give me 3. And 3x take away 2 will give me 1x. This is nice. X is equal to 3. A very nice, simple question to start off with. So I'm going to put this back into equation 1. I mean, I can do equation 2, but I'm going to use equation 1. So if it's 3x plus 4y is equal to 13, then of course 3 times 3 plus 4y is equal to 13. So 9 plus 4y. So what do we do now? Well, I'm going to take 9 from both sides and do the opposite. And that's going to give me 4. And 4y, I'm going to divide through by 4 on each side, and y is going to become equal to 1. So, oh, hang on. There we go. I'll just move it up a little bit. There we go. For y is equal to 1. So they meet at 3-1. Okay, guys? So, that was your paired problem. Now if I move it down again, I'm just going to draw a little bit of a line here so that we don't run into the rest of our working out there. So, what's different between this question and this question? Well, if we looked at both of these questions, we got rid of y because, of course, it had the same number. You look at this question, we don't have that case. We've got a -5 and we've actually got a 1 here. But if we go over and look at our x's, we'll see that both of those numbers are the same. So now all I need to do is think about whether I'm going to add or plus them. Well, 2x plus 2x is 4x, so that doesn't work. So how about 2x take away 2x? Well, that will work. That will give me 0. But then I've got to deal with this. So negative 5y take positive y. Well, remember when we were looking at the number line before, we realised that this is actually meaning that we're going to be walking in the negative direction. So negative 5y minus y is going to end up giving us negative 6y. So negative 6y, and then we've got negative 4 take 7. Oh, sorry, that's not 4, that's an 11. Negative 11 take 7 is going to give us negative 18. So, what do we do now? Well, we need to solve for y. So I'm going to divide this by negative 6, and I'm going to divide this side by negative 6. Now, negative 6 divided by negative 6 is 1, and 1 times y is y. But if we look at these two, we've got a negative and a negative, which of course are going to give us a positive, and 18 divided by 6 is going to give us the number 3. So we've now worked out that our value for y is 3, so we can put it back into any one. Now I've always done 1, so today just for fun, I'm going to put it into 2 because I want to actually make a point. Just remember that we put that negative in. It's not in the question, so it is 2x plus y is equal to 7. And I've noticed a few kids have brung this minus along with them down here, and that's of course leading to an incorrect answer. Remember, you put it in there. What you got in the question was just the 2x plus y is equal to 7. So if y is 3, then it's 2x plus 3 is equal to 7. And we're going to take 3 on both sides. That's going to leave us with 4. 2x is equal to 4. Divide through by 2, and I'll just manage to fit in that x is equal to 2 there. So where do they meet? Well, always x first, 2, followed by y, 3, and that is the point that they will meet. Is the point that they meet. Okay, so here's your paired problem that you can have a bit of a look through. If you want to pause the video, do it now, because I'm just about to start the solution. Okay, so once again, very similar to this one, we have 2x and 2x, but we have different numbers for y. So I'm once again going to get rid of x, or eliminate x. Now, I'm going to go up a little bit, just in case you run out of room here. So, I'm going to take them, because 2x, take away 2x is 0. If I had 2 x's in my hand, and I took 2 of them away from you, then you would not have 2 x's anymore. So, negative y minus plus 3. So, and once again, we will be facing the negative direction, and the little plus means we walk forward. So we will be going, in the end, in the negative direction. So negative y minus 3y gives me negative 4y, and 3 take away 5 gives me negative 2. Good. So negative 4 on both sides. So y is equal to 2 over 4, which I could, of course, have written as a half. All right, so that's not great. I found that y is a half. It doesn't matter. You can still have fractional answers. If I did get a fraction, I'd probably go back and have a look, but I can't see anything I've done wrong. Negative, negative, plus. Yep, that's going to give me a negative. That's going to give me a 4y. 3 take 5. So it's always good. Sometimes, if you're not happy with the answer, or you're a little bit worried, go back and check. So what do we do now? We've got a fraction. Well, same as we always do. We pick one, so I'm going to pick the top equation. And we put in our numbers. So I've got 2x minus a half is equal to 3. So I'm going to add a half, and I'm going to add a half. So 2x becomes equal to 3.5. Now, when I divide through by 2, I'm actually going to have to go back up here. Sorry, guys. So when I divide through by 2 here, sometimes it can be handy to write this fraction as an improper fraction. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7 halves. Well, of course, there are 6 halves in 3, plus another one gives you 7 halves. So I've got 7 halves here, and I need to divide that by 2. Oh my lord, that looks messy. So I think I might do this in a slightly different way over here. I might go 7 over 2 divided by 2. Now, if this is a fraction and this is a whole number, first thing I need to do is change it into a fraction. So the easiest way to change a whole number into a fraction is, of course, just to put it over 1. Because remember, this means divide. So 2 divided by 1 is still 2. So that means that 2 over 1 is still 2. It's just a fraction version of it. And of course, if we remember our fractions, we never actually divide a fraction. We always times by its reciprocal. And the reciprocal of this is, of course, just 1 on top and 2 down the bottom. So really, what we're doing is flipping it. And so this is, of course, going to give us the answer that x, because this is what we're looking for all the way back up here, is equal to 7. So 7 times 1, and then 2 times 2 over 4. And that's what they make. Yeah, add half and 7 on 4. Right, guys, thanks for watching. That was a pretty nasty one. I hope you got there. And I'll catch up with you on the next video.